if you're finding my page right now, then you are going to be the generational wealth cycle breaker in your family and become the first millionaire. And the reason why I say that is because I have a very specific message. And if you do this one thing, you will become a millionaire. So let's get into it. You found my page coincidentally, but nothing's a coincidence. If you are here, then you already know that. You found my page also because you are on the frequency of receiving information and education about detoxification. Now, detox is not just about the physical level. I talk a lot about physical detox. I talk about detoxing your liver, detoxing your mind, your body, your spirit, and awakening your womb, rebuilding your lineage, becoming so nourished in your mind, body, and soul that you become free on every single level. You have multidimensional sovereignty so that you can leave a legacy of generational wealth and well-being. This is my whole thing. So you're here for a reason. And so I'm going to tell you that when you start to do detox work, specifically physical detox, when you start to detox your liver, you will open up so much life force in your body to be in the creative channel. Your channel will be very, very open. And it's so important to start to learn what the channel is. So what the channel is the connection between your mind, body, and spirit level. When you start to detox and move things in one of them, then everything else in the other levels will shift. When you start to detox your body, and specifically, I like to talk about the liver because it's that first domino that if you hit it, then everything else moves, because your liver is believed in ancient Chinese medicine, in Ayurvedic medicine, to be the seat of the soul, because the liver holds all of our anger and our stagnant emotions. So when we start to move those emotions, then our energy has way more capacity to do things that we want to do, which is to create. And if we want to be wealthy, you have to create. If you're going to be wealthy, you have to provide and be of value. And the only way you're going to do that is to be a creative force. And you can't do that if your body is bogged down. So when you start to detox your liver, you start to move those stagnant energies around. And then as you move those stagnant energies around, you have to have the tools to be able to emotionally integrate what comes up. So when you move the energy up and out, you're going to be facing them and actually dealing with them. Because if you don't, they'll just come back down, and you're just gonna repeat the cycle of having repressed emotions again. So you have to also learn how to detox and nourish your emotions. Anger is not a bad emotion. It is actually extremely powerful. And if you learn how to transmute it, then you are a force to be reckoned with. If you can create out of anger, out of righteous rage, this is something that I have walked, then your force of creation is going to expand 100 times more. And again, if you are trying to be wealthy, then you must create. You must give value, because what is money? Money is simply a stored, agreed upon form of value. Like, we agree that money is an exchange of value, so that whenever you want something and you want to buy it, your desire for the value that that thing gives you is more than the money that you have in your pocket. That's simply what money is. Money isn't anything more than that. It is simply stored value. And so to receive value, you have to give value. This is the law of reciprocation. You must give to receive. You must always be creating and serving. And this is me serving you and giving to you, so that I attract the right people into my life who want to learn the ways in which I have learned to create wealth, to detox the body, to nourish the body, to create multidimensional sovereignty for generational wealth and well-being. This is my path. And if you find another mentor for you, they're going to have a different flavor. Every single one of us has a unique form of creation. We have a unique way that we give our energy into the world. Most people, the people who will never be rich, and I don't mean rich by like having money, the people who will never be rich, and by rich I mean having a peaceful home, having a beautiful family, having food in your fridge, having beautiful experiences, having the ability to be generous. Like, that is wealth. And not everyone is going to achieve that because they do not work on detoxing their body. They don't work on detoxing and replenishing their body, detoxing and replenishing their emotions, and they don't work on detoxing and replenishing their mind. But you're here. And if you're here, then you want to learn. If you detox and replenish your mind, and by this I mean you are looking at every single thought, and you are replacing it and nourishing it with a thought that actually serves you as the millionaire you, the wealthy you, you're going to be unstoppable, unfuckable with. Nobody will be able to sway you. And I want to give you guys a little story about what's been going on for me the last couple of weeks. I have been making money while I sleep, while I breastfeed my baby, while I move like across 5 different states. My family has moved 14 times in 4 years. And I have finally unlocked the code that has allowed me to make money while I have a crazy hectic life and still also be very peaceful in my body. It is so beautiful to see this happen because I spent so much time in survival, and I'm sure that you guys can relate to this. But being clear in the mind and it allows you to do so much. It allows you to create the things. You have to choose every single thought, which means that anything that doesn't serve you, any fears, any doubts, any negative vibrations, right? Like, I don't like to say that because I don't feel like it's a tangible thing, but if you are thinking thoughts towards yourself of criticism, then you have to replace it with love. You cannot criticize yourself to healing. You cannot criticize yourself to wealth. You must love yourself to wealth. And even the dark, shadowy parts. And what I was going to say, because I got kind of distracted, I was looking at my dog, was that this past week I have had haters all over the place. All over the place. I've been going viral while I've been doing all of this stuff. And something that is a really great reflection is that when you have fully integrated what you have come here to do, you're going to polarize people whenever you start to speak on it, whenever you start to create. And that's actually a sign that you are on the right track. And when you start to create from that place and polarize people, you also have to learn how to emotionally integrate it, like I said. And when you emotionally integrate it, then you can hold way more and be a match to the right people. I have had so many hateful comments, and it actually has been really beautiful to watch me, because I have gone viral before and I was not able to hold it. I can look at every single comment and I can see like, oh, every single person who says a negative comment about me is literally just saying that about themselves. So when you start to do this work, you start to work on the mind and detox and replenish the mind, you'll start to notice that if people are saying bad things about anybody else outside of them, it's because they're saying that to themselves. And I have worked so hard, literally mirror work almost every single day, to love myself, to love the shittiest parts of myself, to love the abusive parts of myself, to love the angry, rageful, hateful parts of myself. It took so much work to get there. I guilted and I shamed and I hated myself for so long, and that's why I was stuck in survival, because I didn't love those parts of myself. I ruined my marriage so many times, and luckily, and I would say by the grace of God, I have a husband who has stuck with me through my storms because, man, oh man, I do not just have storms. I have straight up tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, like the worst weather. Like if weather manipulation is a thing, I was weather manipulating myself. And it was really such a beautiful experience to watch myself go viral because I was like, I've grown so much. And so this is what I have for you. If you're trying to, if you're here and you know you're going to be a millionaire, then you also have to know that even Jesus wanted or had people who wanted to kill him, right? Like that's how he died. So you have to know that when you start to speak your truth, there is a chance that that is a reality. But just know that that is a sign. When you're on your path and you're afraid of being hated because you fear belonging, know that that is actually the way. That is your green light. Your shame is your green light. Speak about your shame. Tell people about it. Tell them if you want to work one-on-one. I have one-on-one mentorships open right now. But you have to find a safe space with someone who has walked a similar path as you. And if you're trying to be a millionaire, you know you're going to be a millionaire. This is the path you have to take. This is as general can be about the path that you take. The only specificity is the detoxification. Detoxing your body, I've noticed that the people who detox their body are of extreme high caliber in the mind and spirit. Emotionally, they are extremely grounded. And when it comes to wealth, they already know that they're meant to be a millionaire. But when you're ready for that, when you're there at that level, that's when I'm the right coach for you, because you know that you must have a clear channel. You must make sure that you can hear everything that your intuition, God says to you, and it's by clearing and replenishing your mind, body, and spirit. Thank you.